welcome to Overlord Arcade. We're getting litigious today, got guilty as sock, I got a whole group together. We're gonna jump into that room and we're gonna get to court. Alright, so we got channel regular Anthony, he's currently the journalist. We've got also channel regular Val. Anthony from Tokai Towers should probably do channel shoutouts and not be an absolute amateur about this.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Watch yourself, Judge, alright?
Sorry, John, let me recuse myself. Hold on. We got Val the Robot from Automaton Arts. We got got a friend of the channel who's been on a few times. We got James, Deadmaster Dubstep, and from our Miitopia run is Fawkes. He's the witness. He saw all the stuff.
That series of noises.
Endangered Fawkes. Yes, to me.
And what exactly did you see on the event?
Honestly, this endangered
the same
Fawkes is going to
thing.
be extinct.
And where can you point to who in this room was holding that cigarette butt? And on which night?
Damning if true.
Damning if true. Be good.
So are you saying that putting cigarette up your butt, if you produce methane, you can actually make a fairly giant fire with that cigarette?
And now we know.
Prosecutor,
if you want to go ahead and ready up, we can get this shindig on the road. Yeah.
Are you ready? Are you ready for my rock hard defense? The walls are up.
Are you ready for my stiff defense?
Ooh.
All right.
Look at me. I am starched.
Speaking of starched, you are currently defending against an avocado.
Well, let's check this case out here.
Very soon we will know exactly what this case is about.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, sorry, I'm just reviewing my files here. Always give the best defense at Automaton Arts. You hire me as your lawyer. Yeah, you know, I may not have the bona fides, but I do have the gumption. Right.
Your defendant does not look quite as sure as you.
You know, they never do. That's the thing. It's the funniest thing. You keep on losing cases. It's like a smile at first, but every case, it like tilts just a little bit, you know?
All right.
That's
well,
all right.
I see you put the fear of God into him. That's always
Don't
good
worry,
to see.
I'm feeling lucky.
You feeling lucky? How you feel about dodging planes?
You feel like this, you feel lucky? Okay, good. Me too.
Good. I was worried.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can bang my hammer like a big man. You'll have your
Your
chance
Honor.
to speak. We have in the court today we have Mr. Cooc, charged for using an unconsenting banana for a weapon at strangers. You son of a bitch! It's disgusting. All right, well I will go ahead and we'll get this we'll kick this bad boy off. Prosecutor, why don't you go ahead and start? Present your first evidence or call your first witness.
Well, Your Honor, if I may, could we begin with opening statements? I'd like to hear the prosecution lay out his defense of this frankly ridiculous crime. It staggers belief, but I would love to hear how the prosecutor, Deadmaster Dubstep, will defend these frankly ridiculous charges.
All right, opening statements. That sounds like a good idea. Would you like to present your opening statement before evidence?
Sure.
As they are done
before
normally.
Evidence. In terms of what it says, using a unconsenting banana, have you ever thought of like asking the banana for consent?
Yeah, have you, Mr. Cooc? Have you ever even given a thought to that? Huh.
Mr. Cooc, I'd advise you not to answer that.
I would like him to answer that. It's a simple question.
Well, hold on. We're still in opening statements. I will allow the defense to present their opening statement.
Don't say anything. Keep your fucking mouth shut.
Sure.
Just shut up. I'll get you out of this. Your Honor, there are, as I see it, 4 components of this crime. All right? There is consent, a banana, a weapon, and strangers. I believe all 4 of these pillars of this case are fundamentally untrue, excepting for the fact that perhaps a plantain is a banana. If that is so important to us, then fine. I'll say 3 pillars of the case. I'll give you the banana. You can have that. Weapon, strangers, and unconsenting. We know the 4th-year-old birthday party that this took place at, and we know that Mr. Cooc is the neighbor and was invited to not be in the way that day, which is very close to a regular invite. Hardly something you'd say to a stranger, more something you would say to an enemy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Apparently, this just in, bad banana man does bad.
You see, even in the newspapers on our very streets, we see the dangers that bananas can present completely unaided by man, by woman, by criminal, and by innocent family man just here trying to get his kids back. Your Honor, the defense rests. I will end my opening statement.
I was gonna say, damn, that's pretty ballsy to rest on the opening statement, evidence just be out the window. We can also say for certain this is a bad banana man, not a bad plantain. There are no room for plantains in this damn court.
Judge, if I have a quick sidebar, how do you say you're done with your when you're done with the crime part, when they're like, I talked about the crime and I'm done? How do I stop you?
You ring the little bell on your bar.
But do I say anything? Is there something I should? I feel like something proper, like I should be like, and I've the defendee, I'm done, or something. Is there something?
That sounds very official. I think that sounds great.
I, the defendee, am done.
All right, then. I'll move it over to the prosecution to present their first evidence.
Thank you for your patience.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out here. We're going to have a great show for you.
It's a little long-winded there. Yeah. This guy knows what's up.
All right. Mm-hmm. So I'd like to explain this right here. With this evidence, seeing as the newspapers show this banana man being on the loose.
A bad banana man.
A bad banana man.
The defense will stipulate that banana man is, in fact, bad.
All right. We're all on agreement that banana man...
It looked like the banana man had a bunch of knives and guns. Where do you think they got this from? What source?
Are you good with that?
The defendant had a bank account. How did the banana man get these types of weapons? Did you happen to loan them money to give him that weapon?
All right. Well,
I'm good with that.
I believe we can move this over to the defense now. That is an excellent question, and it's your time to present your side of things.
Well, see, it's so easy for us to make connections. You see 2 things. You see, a man with a banana, a man with a plantain, a rich banana. Maybe my
There will be no talk of plantains in this courtroom.
And a smaller greenish banana. So you ask yourself, were these 2 people friends? Were they companions? I don't know. No matter how many times you are seen in public with someone, no amount of those buildups will ever really imply a true connection or friendship. They could have just bumped into each other several times, or maybe had family in common. The bank account connection that the prosecution puts forth is tenuous at best, a few receipts at most.
Oh, this just got very serious.
Your Honor, I would like to speak up on this breaking newscast.
You'd like to what? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
I would like to speak on this breaking news right here. The evidence is...
Hold on.
Defendee Dunny.
Defendee Dunny, okay.
Defendee Dunny.
Also, don't forget, you can call witnesses.
Yeah,
correct. Sure. Thank you, Your Honor.
Very good, yes.
So,
what a good boy the defense is being today.
Seeing as the evidence shown on this newspaper of a murder, this all of a sudden became a murder situation.
True, the stakes have certainly risen.
And there is one witness there that was still alive that witnessed it. I would like to call that person to the stand.
Objection, Your Honor. This crime was committed after my client was arrested and was not included in the charges filed by the guy I'm opposed to, the bad guy who said that this guy did a crime. That villain over there. The prosecution was the word I was stalling for, Your Honor.
That very well may be the case, but I'd like to hear what he has to say. He seems like a
damn it
cool
if I don't
guy.
also want to hear what he has to say. All right. I withdraw.
Oh my bananas! They're rampaging through the streets, Your Honor. What are we supposed to do?
That's an excellent question. Prosecution, would you like to
Question
speak
the
to
witness.
that?
I would like to ask you what exactly happened, what you exactly saw.
I was tending to my darling bananas, ready to go to market, and suddenly one jumped to and began to lay chaos everywhere. It was madness. I don't understand.
Can you describe what the banana looked like?
Do you see the banana in the courtroom today?
No, thankfully, Your Honor, I do not. But
Do you think this person is an accomplice to the banana?
Nothing. I wasn't about to throw
does
paper.
He does look a little pickled. I don't know if necessarily that ties to the banana, but maybe.
Objection. She's fumbling, Your Honor. This is clearly hearsay.
Well, I'll go and let you cross-examine.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ma'am, Miss Gardner, is it Miss Gardner?
Why, yes.
Endangered Izuna Gardner. Can I call you Endangered Izuna?
Izuna, please, darling.
Thank you, Izuna. I appreciate you coming down. I know this must be hard for you, the horrible things you've seen to stand up here in front of all these puppets and have to tell your story. But I have a few simple questions, and then we can get this whole farce out of the way. Let me ask you. The prosecution did suggest that the defendant was seen with a banana. Now, I know you've seen many terrible bananas. Have you seen a banana in the hands of Mr. Cooc? Did you see one specifically? There's a lot going on, you know. A lot of confusing things happen when there's a series of banana murders raging like a river of blood through our streets. But was my client a part of the tide?
I cannot say that I saw this man aside from all the banana rampage.
Thank you, ma'am.
No.
I appreciate your curt answer. Now, let me ask an unrelated question, but an equally
This had better be
important...
going somewhere, prosecutor, defense, counselor.
Right. If you saw, say, a neighbor wandering into your yard with a small green banana-like object that is not a banana and does not fit its definition in any way, shape, or form in this courtroom.
You watch your ass, counselor.
Now, if you didn't want that man, let's say, all right.
I hope you have a plan to maintain this course of action.
I will untrain myself from that phrase. So, the defense has no further questions, Your Honor.
Defensey Dunny.
The defense has no further unplantain-related questions.
Plantains! Damn the damn plantains! You get plenty of potassium from a standard banana. I will not stand for these usurpers. I'll move that over to the prosecution.
So,
someone knows how to keep their mind on track.
I have some.
This defendant here. Well, I'm pretty positively sure he's associated with this band. He also had boxing gloves.
Whoa, he made a face like you just dropped some really sensitive shit.
So, I would like to ask you this. You accomplishing with the banana. I think
Alleged.
this is further enough.
Alleged accomplishing with the banana.
Yeah, alleged. No, I am accusing this person to think that to say that this person is accomplishing with the banana. There is many
Your Honor, he's
weapons-
leading the jury.
What
He
jury?
has implied guilt. He has implied guilt before this court has rendered its verdict.
Objection. There is no jury.
Yeah, he has. Good job. Cutthroat. I like it. He gets the job
good.
done.
As long as I don't say plantains again, we're safe.
You son of
Your
a
Honor,
bitch.
Straightforward. This accomplishes with. He has the boxing gloves for evidence of committing more murders.
What say you to that damnable accusation?
I
Move
have
it
a
over to you to
simple
finally
question.
present some amount of evidence, if at all
I
possible.
would love to. I would love to. This kangaroo court has given the defense no time to present surprise and shocking evidence. All right. Now, I would like to present into evidence the cracked screen on the defendant's phone. Now, this cracked screen is cracked, and it shows a date. It shows a time, the date and time of the crime in question, I believe we have here. Yes, exactly the date and crime, or the date and time where he was supposed to have committed this crime of waving a banana, an unconsenting banana. Now, if you'll read those texts, it clearly says, "Stay the hell out of our yard, Mr. Cooc. None of us want to see you anymore. We're tired of hearing how you feel about the Gulf War." Now, I ask you, I ask the persecution, I ask the great people at the Tokai Towers newspaper, I ask you, does that sound like a stranger? Does it? Does it? The people who accuse this man of waving a banana at them and call him a stranger, are named in the text message chat. They knew each other. They knew each other, they honor, and thus were not strangers, despite my fumbling, despite my bumbling, and despite the fact that I ran out of questions for the defendant.
All right, real fast. I'm going to ask you to succinctly explain the relevance to the banana being used as an unconsenting weapon.
I'm merely attacking one of the three central pillars of this case, and that is the idea that Mr. Cooc was bothering strangers. He was bothering his neighbors who were well used to his shenanigans and had no reason to fear for their safety. This was before the wave of banana blood hit our streets
Oh, so
like
you're
a
putting forth
plague
that,
and left this city in ruins.
That he merely used an unconsenting banana as a weapon against people that he knows very well.
The consent is a different aspect of this case, and I will present evidence for it later. I need to chip away at these accusations one at a time. That's how egregious they are.
All right. Well, I will put this back over to the prosecution. Anything you'd like to throw at that particular can of
would like to
fish?
throw-
Breaking news!
Uh-oh.
Well, shit!
Well, now.
Mr. Cooc was indeed caught breaking a phone, it appears. It looks like a banana.
So this shocking and hilarious news has no bearing on the case at hand.
First and foremost,
This image
I would
was
like to point
clearly
out
doctored.
on the defendant's note that even though they say they would know these people, do they have every right to keep even bothering these people? That they would have their limits to say knock it off, or we will call the police on you. I have no further questions.
That's an extremely well thought out counter argument to. Go ahead. You have 3 more pillars to go, defendant.
I do. All right. So, I have a few more things to talk about here. It's very important. So what I would like to present next, now this is a matter of public record. It's simply very relevant to our case. Now I'd like to show you this stamp. This stamp, which was released by our good mayor in the year of 1958. And you'll see on this stamp, it shows a sock man kicking a banana into a river. Now, this was meant for a landmark court case that was before this court in this very room, where it was ruled that bananas are not people and have no rights. We know the bananas in that case were guilty. We know the crimes they committed, and we know the blood that was on their hands, but still they were acquitted because bananas aren't people and they do not have the same rights as people and thus cannot be accomplices or consent. These things are true.
They
and you know
cannot be consent.
Correct. They cannot possess it, contain it, nor give it away, for they are fruit. The only type of person who would want us to believe that bananas are upon a pillar so high that we should see them as equals, as our partners in crime, is someone who is connected to fruit, perhaps part of the stone fruit mafia, which includes some gourds, a few plums, and avocados.
While that may be very true, I am well versed in that particular case and the precedent it set. The stamp itself does not enter into relevant evidence. However, I will keep the precedent in mind.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Even though that judge was later recused for a conflict of interest later on, and in fact was removed from the bench.
But the case has not been appealed.
Yet. No, yet not yet.
Defendi resti, Your Honor. Defendi resti.
All right, prosecution. Or, as the defense said, persecution.
Mm-hmm. The persecution of this innocent man.
What am I, cat?
I like these slightly awkward, like, ooh,
So,
my.
as I stated before, the stat that shows here is when you presented the stamp, shows had a black market connection to it.
That was
What
merely
says that
I believe that was merely just a reference to its price.
Oh, I see. I got
Yes.
it. Well, let's see here.
Also, I would like to really quick remind the defense, you do have a witness in your holster.
Oh, I assure you, I will bring in my witness, and it will be explosive. There will be gasps and camera changes, Your Honor.
I would like to present this evidence of the stolen, when the newspaper showed of the man stealing money over the explosion at the bank that he stole. What says that to you while he having to proceed to put weapons for yourself?
That's true, there was an
and for
explosion
the
at a
national?
bank.
That is correct. Sure. There's an explosion at this bank. There's a robbery at that one. Batman shows up to one. Superman shows up at the other. What does this have to do with my client and his alleged banana crimes?
So you do admit that he stole money?
We only know about a full bank account that belongs to my client. That does not mean that it was stolen. Mr. Cooc is a hardworking member of this community. He has scrimped and saved to save enough money to retire young enough to bother his neighbors every single day. Shouldn't he be rewarded for that and not dragged on this parade, this ridiculous political gamble by my opponent?
Objection, Your Honor. This is the United States of America. There is no American dream.
I'm gonna have to
The
sustain
defense
that
will
one.
stipulate that the American dream is dead.
It was the South American dream.
Be fair, he died in 2016.
No, for all we know, he could be in debt, though.
He could very well be in debt. I will turn this over to the defense to present counter evidence of some sort to perhaps making a bit of a show for this man not being in debt, which it seems that that's absolutely something relevant now.
Yes, just one moment, Your Honor. Let me get in here and
Damn
look
these
through.
bananas!
Oh, let's see here. Oh, yes, here we are. Yes, is losing lottery tickets. Now, you'll notice we've entered one into evidence. There is a photograph within there that has also been entered in. There's 200 or 300 more. He buys them pretty regularly. Now, my client has said to basically everyone around, including the neighbors who claim to call him a stranger, he repeats constantly that he's got nothing to do but burn it. That's what he says when he buys them. That's what he says when he loses. It's almost his catchphrase. You got it, burn it, right? There's no reason not to gamble it. Now, we know that his bank account is full of money. Obviously, the receipts are all in here. But, you know, we have the bank account records. Look at them. Look them up and down. Find the purchases. Find him going in every week on the same day that his retirement money gets inserted and spending that money on yet another losing lottery ticket, one after another after another. The man is addicted to gambling because he has loose income. You need disposable income to engage in the classic old man game of gambling what little you have away.
So may I go ahead and succinctly try to come up to the answer of the previous accusation that yes, your client is in debt.
No. He is clearly not in debt. That is why he has the disposable income to gamble. His bank account is full of money. You can see it. It's right here.
I object.
It's in evidence, Your Honor. Exhibit A, my client's full bank account. Why does this damn him and not exonerate him from needing to commit any banana crimes?
I object, Your Honor. He is prolonging the evidence of having a debt crisis.
This debt crisis has not been proven.
I'll turn this back over to the prosecution to present
Your
evidence.
Honor, he's presented an explosion as proof that my client is in debt.
So what can we say that when he's using lottery tickets, where is he spending that money from?
Not at the dynamite store.
That's true. The dynamite store has outrageous prices.
Outrageous. Explosions are very expensive.
He could have stolen money from multiple banks and started doing this recent one as a bigger bang to it, though.
Then prove it. Give me some evidence that that's true. This is a baseless allegation to take smoke off of my client.
Well, what you told me, or what you told the jury, is that when he purchased lottery tickets, he has a gambling addiction.
Correct.
Where he's going to get more money from that now?
He's retired.
Retired. So he's a retired.
Mr. Cooc
person.
appears to be a retired gentleman. Yes.
Yeah.
So
He is
Cooc-
clearly a 50-year-old pickle man. What is confusing about that?
So
I know he's aged
if
well.
Mr.
You're looking
Cooc
great, Mr.
Is a retired.
You've aged like a Clausen, not a Vlasic.
His 401k should have been at least in excellent condition until the end of his life. But that doesn't seem the case here. That he clearly states he has a gambling problem and he still wants more money out of it. Clearly not a responsible adult.
Your Honor, I'd like to call my second witness.
Well, you
What-
can
or
call
whenever
your
he's
first
done, it's
witness. That's the.
I would like to call the second witness my first. Your Honor, I'd like to call to the stage Santa Claus.
Oh, how is everyone doing?
I've been a very good boy this year, Santa.
Very well, thank you. Now, Mr. Nicholas, you're a religious icon, are you not? A saint of the Catholic Church?
Some might say, sure.
Right. Now, as I understand, you have a very specific profession. Could you tell the court what that profession is?
Well, I travel around the world to give presents to all the good little boys and girls, coal to the bad, and generally keep pretty fair awareness of everyone's level on our lists.
Well, and we all appreciate your good service to this community. Now, just as an example, would you deliver to a good child, say, a banana?
If they so desired one, sure.
I
It's a
see,
little
I see. So
odd of
even
a
a good
request.
child, a child of good character, you being the ultimate judge of morality by giving of presents and coal, as we all know, you would gift a good child a banana, presumably knowing that they would do no ill with it. Am I speaking correctly? I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Absolutely. That sounds quite spot on.
Your Honor, I have an objection. This does not clearly relate to the defendant.
I
My
believe
client-
there is relevance. However, I will say you are absolutely leading the witness. You probably should quit doing that so much.
All right. Yeah, I apologize. That is okay. I have really only one further question. Two, really. It's a two-parter question, but I'll ask the relevant bit first.
It's like a
Is
panel
my
show at a
client,
con.
Mr. Cooc, is my client, Mr. Cooc, a good boy?
Why, yes, Nathaniel Cooc was. For sure. Many years.
Mm-hmm. And what would you say?
Well, hold on, wait a minute.
Oh, the
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to
persecution,
ask for a
Professor
little
Ted McDuttercup.
clarification. I'm asking for a little clarification. You said that he was a good boy, indicating he no longer
been.
is.
Has been for many years.
You see a continuation of good deeds, a long-running track record of being a good member of this community. Not
Is
some kind of banana ruffian.
is the defendant still a good boy?
I mean, I would have to double check my list, but as far as I'm aware, yes.
All
Thank
right.
you, St.
Well,
Nicholas. We appreciate you beating up that guy in the bar who didn't believe in Jesus enough. Thank you for your time. The defendee resty, Your Honor.
all right, defend your rescue. Would you like to cross-examine Santa Claus? What kind of a monster would do that? Would you be him?
First off, cross-examine. What kind of witness beats up people that don't believe in Jesus Christ?
A tough motherfucker.
Ho, ho, ho.
I thought you were just
First,
a mole
can you even-
Santa. This
First off,
black guy
how can you
means
even
nothing to you.
prove the existence of Santa Claus if you know he's a good boy or not?
Your Honor, objection! Santa Claus is clearly real. He's right there.
I did,
If he wasn't actually a magical demigod of the Catholic Church, how could he be sitting in this courtroom attesting
have
that
an
my
objection.
client
He
is a
does not
good
know
boy?
I have an objection. The Santa Claus does clearly not know if this defendant is a good boy or not.
I am going to have to rule that he does seem to lack the actual credibility to know if he is currently a good boy. I would say that he has a professional or an expert testimonial account of whether he was at one point, but as of whether he currently is, this is going to be ruled as hearsay, as he currently has the same knowledge as any lay person as to whether he is currently a good boy.
I see. Well, thank you anyway, St. Nicholas. Thank you for that. I know it was a long commute. We appreciate you coming out.
And the clerk outside will validate your parking.
In the parking lot, you and me, Saint Nick. You and me. Round two.
What? They had a whole story going on.
Does the prosecution have any more evidence to submit?
You would like to?
You can withhold submitting for now if you want, and I can move this over to the defense if you wish.
I would like to withhold my information for now. I want to see what
Okay.
else the defendant had to explain.
I have one more thing to talk about. One more pillar of my case. Now, we have completely walked.
Every time you're in
it's
my
important
courtroom.
to keep your information organized. Now, our first pillar was consenting, and we handled that nicely. Bananas can neither give nor conceive consent. The issue of banana we have let go. I'd like to speak to the issue of weapon. I'd like to show you a weapon, Your Honor. This weapon that was brandished at my client by his neighbors, the ones now accusing him of this banana crime. Now,
Are you going to present the Crocodile Dundee defense in this
No.
case? Ballsy,
No, sir.
if so.
I promise this is not a Dundee defense. My point
It
is,
seemed as though you were about to present that was not a knife, and then to pull a
Not at
knife out and instruct everyone what a knife was. Or if it was a banana.
I don't need to do that because something very similar happened at the very event. A knife was pulled on my client. So, a knife was pulled on my client who was wandering about brandishing a small green banana-like object. He was being annoying. That is granted. It was banana-like. That is granted. Man and beast runs red through the streets from banana crimes during this court case. That is granted. But was this small green banana-shaped object a weapon? A weapon like the knife that was brandished at my client? If it truly was a weapon, then I think, in comparison to this dull knife up against it, self-defense is very clear. And if it is not a weapon, if the banana is merely a tool of chaos, robbing and reaping throughout our city unchecked, if that's all that it is, then my client would have every reason for you to believe that a banana is not a weapon, and the opposition, the accuser, if you will, has every reason to prove that a banana is a greater threat than a knife. Somehow this man has convinced these good people of Banana City that a banana is more dangerous than a dull old knife waved by a crotchety old grandma. And I think that it's ridiculous. Anyone who would have seen that fight on scene would have said that this was at worst self-defense because that old lady was pretty quick.
She was pretty wily. She was pretty quick.
Yeah, the defense will stipulate she was wily.
All right, prosecution. So back over to you.
Well, seeing as, you can never use a dull knife, well, I'll show you something here.
Oh, shit.
How can you use a knife if it's unusable?
Oh, shit, that's a katana.
Is he gonna kill me with it?
No,
Your Honor,
but
is he allowed to kill me with it?
that remains to be seen. It kind of just goes... I mean...
Then I withdraw my objection.
He does... All right. Through the shrewd use of intimidation and threats, I will go ahead and remove that dull knife as evidence, but I will say that you have used your katana properly. They have both been used.
As per the rules of court that we all understand.
Yeah, as per the rules of sock court.
Yeah. Katana v. knife from 1746.
And,
Judge Kleithemans, I believe, ruled on that one.
Yes.
Then I'll allow you to present your final piece of evidence.
Oh, mild piece of evidence? Well.
Final piece of evidence, not mild. It could be wild if you want. Wild, mild, a child.
All right. I give you my final piece of evidence, and it's a simple one. Now, my client doesn't
Every case
need
with you, it always comes down to the restaurant dispute of 1776.
It is a landmark case. It is important that we acknowledge these things that set precedent. Once upon a time, people could say anything was a weapon. They would say that a giraffe is a weapon. They would say that a pomegranate is a weapon, whatever you killed people with. And very few of these laws remain on the books. And there's a reason for that, because we know in this day and age that bananas are not dangerous to socks or pickle people. All right?
I like the all right at the end. Like, can everybody get behind that?
It's a simple fact. These cases, anyone can look this up. It's a matter of public record. That's why these charges are so ridiculous, Your Honor.
All right, back over to the prosecution.
I would like to ask the defendant, what type of banana did you use?
What type of banana?
Answer that, for the love of God, don't fucking answer that. We stipulate that it was a green banana-like object. If the prosecution would like to prove that my client had a full banana, he will have to do that with facts and evidence. We will not stipulate to it.
All right, since you're presenting the restaurant incident, what year is it? This year?
I believe the year is currently 2025.
So
if
how
my
could
watch
you
is correct.
How could that possibly be related to the evidence that you've shown that is way back 200 years ago to today's standards?
Oh,
Your Honor,
it's a landmark court hearing, and that creates precedence for future cases. That's.
I see.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, don't go that route. That's suddenly the entire judicial system looks like a joke.
I object on the grounds of a very challenging yes and.
When in fact it should have been an no.
But in fact, the
improv comedian's best friend.
The type of banana with the money.
Alleged banana.
Alleged banana, huh? Okay.
God willing, it
There's
better be
always
a banana.
different types of bananas. There's a small one, there's a big one, there's literally jungle bananas.
Big
Absolutely.
ones,
Literally-
small ones, some the size of your head.
Very. I really feel like that those types of bananas would hurt a human being.
A human being, yes, but
Would-
A sock
The
person.
defense has never defended that bananas are a danger to man. In fact, we've been absolutely transparent, crystal clear on the dangers that bananas hold to our town. We merely say that our client
Well-
has not been proven to wield one. He has not been proven to handle one without consent. It has not been proven that it is a weapon, and it has not been proven that it was used on strangers.
Unfortunately, there's also could be a banana that could be absolutely a heavy metal.
we gotta say that with
Just
Val
shut
the
up, man.
robot.
Just shut up. Shut up. Keep your mouth shut, and we'll get through this. All right.
I would like to say that this person probably won a banana eating contest and had the giant banana metal around his neck and used it as a weapon.
Ridiculous. In this day and age, we are still hearing this kind of banana contest hatred in our streets. People who eat bananas in contest form are no better or worse than any of the rest of us. And
Untrue,
any
they are
idea to the
worse. I'm gonna go ahead and just rule right now. The banana eating contest winners are worse than the rest of us. I hate bananas. Sorry, I'm gonna be biased. It's not related to the case, but I am gonna go ahead and put my fist down that they are worse.
All right, we're just gonna have to let this one go, man. Continue.
I'm gonna move to closing arguments.
All right.
So
Prosecution.
I would like to say, in further evidence of clearly that this man uses a metal of a banana shaped that could cause blunt force trauma and kill people.
Defendant. Closing arguments.
All right. Well, Your Honor, the first thing I would like to do is try to transition into a James Spader accent, because I'm now going to have to say the word banana metal a lot.
Proceed.
What was the crime? Where did we really begin with all of this? There's been a lot of this and that today, a lot of evidence, some slashed apart with katanas, but the core of this crime that my client, a good man who bothers his neighbors with small banana-shaped objects occasionally, that my client is accused of using an unconsenting banana for a weapon. It's strangers. It makes no sense. Can you use a banana? No, you can wield it, you can eat it, and you can defend your villages from its wrath. Those are the only things you can do with a banana. Can a banana consent? The prosecution seems to think that one can. He seems to have some sort of idea that bananas can consent, perhaps vote even. Perhaps even in the upcoming election. Could be. But a weapon, a banana, is not a tool. A banana is not. It can be eaten and it can be feared. Those are the things a banana can do. And these so-called strangers have left a paper trail a mile wide and 100 feet deep showing that they knew my client, they knew that he would be there, they knew he was going to show up with his shenanigans, and they specifically texted him not to come. Prosecution, where is your evidence? The defense rests.
All right, well,
Ding.
Dingy. All right, well, given the evidence presented, I will notice that at the closing we did establish that it may or may not have been a banana-shaped metal, which, given that there's no jury, this does seem to be more of a civil case than a criminal case. But that is going to push a little closer to the preponderance of the evidence that it may or may not have been a banana. Not guilty.
Not guilty. Aha.
I knew my lists were right.
Mr. Cooc is innocent. Released to applause, they vowed to write a book about their trial. After 6 months of work, they spilled coffee on their laptop, wiping the only manuscript they'd ever written.
Oh no!